Hello and welcome. My name is Alicia. I am from Hazani Moment. I am a theta healer, energy healer, Reiki master, and I have access to the Akashic records. So what I wanted to do is to take a moment and explain karmic ties and what they're doing in your life. So if you have a situation in your life that you keep reliving, then what's happening is you are trying to learn something and your soul attracts it to you so that you can learn your lesson. So this can happen, like, for example, if you're a woman and you marry this man and he's a nice guy, and then after a while he becomes an alcoholic, you get divorced, several years pass, you marry again, and this lady, after a couple of years, she's married to an alcoholic again. Okay, what happens is she's attracting something in her life because she wants to learn that lesson. So we all have soul contracts before we come into our life. We set out things we want to learn in a lifetime. And a lot of times we set out a lot of things that we want to learn, and sometimes we set out a little. It depends on our soul. So these are called soul contracts. And the way you check for soul contracts is you can either ask a pendulum or you can do muscle testing. And I have another video that explains muscle testing. So you would muscle test and say, do I have a contract? And then you state your situation. Do I have a contract that I need to overcome? Addictions, for example. Or do I have a contract? Like for me, it was a contract of I needed to overcome, I needed to become strong. So I had a contract that said I need to suffer to be strong. And a lot of women have this as well, is they're constantly bringing and attracting things to prove to them they're strong. And so what you can do to break this cycle is you need an energy healer like myself that knows how to break contracts. So I go into your Akashic records, I replace your contract, and then I release you from the situation. I release beliefs, emotions attached from this. And then at the end, I say, keeping the lessons learned, but removing the contracts. She has learned her lesson and she's ready to move forward. And what this does is it breaks the cycle from your soul, because now your soul knows that you have learned that lesson and you will stop attracting it, so it can learn on it, so it can move on to learn something new. So energy testing, and then afterwards you can, muscle test again. Is my contract for suffering done? And you'll get a yes or you'll get a no. And if you get a no, then I keep searching to see maybe what else you have a contract for, because a lot of times they're all piled in at once, and we can have the contract that I need to suffer to learn from my past mistakes and things like that. So in my work, I can clear all of this so that you can move on to your next lesson. And then it's also important to know your life purpose or your soul purpose, because you will create situations to learn this. For example, if you came to this lifetime to learn love, how would you know you have love? Is you experience the opposite to know that you have it. So if you are constantly seeing something pop up over and over, then it's very important to check yourself to see what is causing that to happen. So in the instance of love, you're going to get a lot of heartbreak. You're going to have a lot of men dump you and things like that, because your purpose is to learn love. So that when you have love, when you finally have love, you're like, okay, this is love. So if you have that to learn love, I can teach you that you already know love. You don't need bad situations to create. You don't need to create bad situations to learn it, because you already know it. And this is also something that I do with Theta Healing. So if you would like more information or if you have any questions, please visit my website. You can send me a message on there. And my website is www.azaniamoment.com. Thank you. Have a blessed day. Namaste.